Hello, hello, and welcome back to SPORE. Where I left off, I was just about to create a new creature, or at least decide what my creature would look like, but I couldn't. Got a new part, yeah, so I couldn't save it at that screen, so I had to go ahead and go ahead with making my creature, and as you can see, he's pretty close to how we left him. He's got these big flappy wing looking things, but they're basically just the flippers that he had when he was a little cell. And on his tail, instead of the jet, I've put a I can't remember what the part called. It's like the electricity making thing. And basically that's because as a part at this stage it allows you to do charm, I think. So here we are meeting another creature. This is a pear-shaped creature. Oh, and his name is Pear. So I guess that makes sense. Let's try to make friends with him. See if I remember how to do this. So he's singing. That means I need to sing. Alright, you like that. So it says that I've become smarter just from that, I guess. But basically, I've gone from yellow to yellow in my reputation or relations with this group. See if I can make friends with this one. He sings, so I need to sing. And then he sings, and I sing too. So as you can see, this group of creatures, I've just gone from yellow to blue, so that means I get along better, a little bit better with these ones now. Trying to make friends with this one. And as you can see from their shape, they're just basically a ball with a head. I mean, there's not much to them. So because they have so few parts, all they can really do is sing. Like I did. And it comes in handy at the beginning if, like for example, I kept that stinger, and or not stinger, well, it makes electricity, so it's kind of a stinger, so that I'd be able to do charm in case I run across creatures that can do more than sing and actually charm. That way I can make friends with that group a little bit easier. Now, as you saw, I left the cell stage as a carnivore. As I started out, the cell stage as a carnivore. Well, what I was doing was keeping this proboscis feeding mouth so that at this stage I wouldn't have to go killing creatures in order to eat. Oh, these guys don't get along with me. You can tell by the sad face, whatever it is. See if I can. Okay, I'll be ready for this group. What I did there is my special move. I did like a roar, and it's basically because I started the first. Oh, I think it's because I completed. Yeah, I completed cell stage as a carnivore, so it gave me the special ability of like a roar that scares off other creatures. And that's the sort of reason that I actually wanted to be a carnivore. Not that specific skill, but a skill that you get later on at like the final stages of the game if you're first in the cell stage play as a carnivore. So when I get there later on in the series, I will actually explain that. But for now, suffice it to say, I specifically was a carnivore for a later stage in the game. But I prefer, from this stage onward, to play more friendly, social type creature. Especially this one with the creature stage. I like to do the little meet and greet with other groups and befriend them, and the more friends you have, the more choices you have of other creatures you can have walk around with you. You know, he sings, I sing. And it's that easy. We're now a little bit closer to making friends with this group here. Friends with this one. There, we've gone from yellow to blue. Now, one more. Burpees. I also want to point out, oh, boy, I just got smarter. I also want to point out that when I played this before, I downloaded or installed, I don't know how you'd call it, creatures that other players have made, and put them into my SPORE folder so that I would have them appear in my game. And I mean, I spent a lot of time actually doing that. There's, for example, Star Wars creatures. If someone went ahead and made, like, I don't know, Jabba the Hutt, but there wasn't a Jabba the Hutt, but I don't know, E.T. and just all kinds of creatures that people spent time making, UFOs and building, everything that I could find that looked good to me. Just tons of content that other people have made. So if you see any of that, I didn't make it. I'm not going to claim responsibility. It's other people that have made SPORE, and I think most of the time you can find the name of the person who actually made it somewhere in the details of the creature. I'm not going to really get into all of that. I just wanted to point out that I'll be playing and having a lot of added content that's going to look pretty awesome, but I didn't make it myself. So basically at this stage of the game, you basically just got to stay alive. It's the first objective. So when you get hungry, your hunger meter, I believe that's this one down here, this orange, and your health is the green. When you get hungry, you got to eat, obviously. Oh, these are hatching. They're in the process of hatching. I can't even tell what they are until they hatch. But secondly, your task is to collect these bones, and as you find them and dig them up, I guess is what he's doing, you gain DNA, and at the same time you gain more parts that you can choose from when you make a new creature, or when you change your creature. So the next, oh, these guys don't like me at all. I have to run from them. Not getting along. Now if you actually play as a vegetarian, what is it, herbivore? An herbivore in the South stage, you get an ability that can take hostile creatures and basically sing to them or charm them or whatever it is, so that they're no longer hostile. But at the same time, if they're red, like this group up here is, you can't do anything with them, even if you have that ability. They have to be one stage, I guess, nicer in the orange, and you can take them from orange to neutral at yellow. Or, and I don't remember what an omnivore bonus you get for being an omnivore. Like I said, the carnivore bonus I have to be able to roar is pretty useful, really. Okay, there's some interesting looking creatures. I don't know if I'll be able to do their charm or whatever it is that they want. They look like they have a lot of parts, so yeah, they just did something I don't. No, I don't have that. They did like the pose or something. You know, they're kind of angry that I didn't. There we go. I can do that. I can sing. Let me sing. Yeah, I can do that with the charm, I think. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to work with this group, so maybe I can come back later. Hopefully, come back later and charm them. Well, the creature's getting hungry, so let's feed. Yeah, it's really useful if you know to get that mouth part if you're going to play carnivore first, so that when you're in the stage you're not stuck having to kill other creatures. But I mean, you can play carnivore and then be aggressive in this stage if you prefer. I just prefer the more friendly route to having to fight. I mean, if you really want a game where you do a lot of fighting, this isn't really the game for it. You can do that, but it's not the best as far as tactics and all of that sort of stuff. I mean, you're basically just clicking on things and picking from options like you see whenever I charm. It's pretty much the same when you're in a battle. You just click to bite them or scratch them or, I don't know, headbutt. There's a few different. There's like 4. Just like there's 4 friendly moves, there's 4 hostile moves that you can do when you're in a battle. And in the main part, I mean, as far as the tactics that there are, it's basically you just want to put together a party. So you're kind of stuck more or less having to charm groups anyway, or I guess I take that back, because you really can, if you have a party, you can bring your own, you can bring members of your own species. Can't even see these. I don't know if they're glitched out. Oh, they're tiny. Maybe I can do my thing with them. Well, oh, he's dancing. I can't dance. They're not happy about that. I'm not going to try. Like I said, that's why I have the tail part that lets me charm, because it gives you just a little bit easier time when you start out. Oh, those are those aggressive spidery creatures. What was I saying? Oh, it lets you use charm right from the get-go, and ordinarily you might be stuck with just being able to sing. But as you can see, I'm already running into creatures that can do dances and things that I can't do yet. And you basically need to counter what they do with the same move or what have you, in order for it to be successful. I'm going to check my map. I got to make my way back home. Now, whereas when you fight, you don't need to do that. You can just use your best move or whatever you like to do in order to attack. You don't have to worry as much about matching them. I can't. There's some sort of glitch going on. I can't see. I have to go back to my my nest anyway. And what I was saying, as far as tactics go, you want to put together a party. And as I increase, I think I can bring one person with me at this point. And oh, those people are not happy with me. Let's avoid them. Yeah, as you get DNA, it's basically from these bones, for the most part. And that lets you complete the stage, the more you get. And then it also gives you more options when you change your creature. I'm happy with, I get along with this group here, it says. So let's see if we can bring one of them with us. I think you gotta pick one that doesn't have the yellow. If I remember right. They all have yellow. So if you have your choice, you pick like an alpha. They tend to be better. Same goes if you want to fight and do battle. You want to pick the alphas. They're the strongest. So let's see if this works. I think that did it. Yeah, see, no, he's going to follow me around. He's part of my group. And if you choose to be aggressive, you still want to do the same sort of thing. But in reality, I could have chose a creature of my own type, which I still may end up doing, you know, eventually at some point soon. But if you're going to be aggressive, obviously you're not going to be making friends with a lot of other creatures, so you'll more or less end up being or wanting to bring creatures of your own kind. your own species. There we go, eating with my big nose. And it's nighttime. So we're just about at the end of this video. But I think I made it back to my nest. Close. Oh, okay, I should be able to make friends with these. They look pretty simple. Simple little creatures here. Oh, and it does say who made them. This is Maxis. So that's basically, that's the makers of the game. And as I go along, I'll point out if it's a creature that's basically default to the game, or if it's a creature that somebody has added. Or I guess I have added, but somebody else has made. I don't take any credit for it. But I did take a lot of time hand choosing added content that I felt looked good. You definitely notice it in the later stages, and if we run into something really strange in this stage of the game, I mean, I've picked like dinosaurs and mythological creatures and just all kinds of. It's really awesome game as far as what you're able to do if you take the time to really. No, see, she wants to mate with me. It's the hearts mating, and I'm going to do that. But when you mate, you get the option to change your creature and evolve basically with the new parts that you pick up. So we'll save that for the next episode, and I'll actually go through that part of the game stage with you all. And I hope that you are enjoying this series. I have a lot of fun playing it, and until next time, take care.